that we found touching on governance, touch on compliance to Article 10.
Transformation today. On behalf of the National Police Service Commission,
corruption is a concern not only to the NPS, but also to the entire country, and there is need to sustain and accelerate the war on corruption. Police agencies and personnel must be demonstrably corruption-free and be visible anti-corruption advocates and ambassadors. Let us not allow a few indisciplined servicemen and women to drag the good name of the service in disgrace. And there's a good example I would always want to give. So you have a policeman who is manning a roadblock. You flag a matatu down, the tires are worn out. For one reason or another, you're made to look the other way. Then they continue with the journey. Half an hour or an hour later, the matatu is involved in an accident. Of course, again, as a police officer, you're probably the first person on the scene to respond to emergency. Now, an action or an inaction on the part of the officer at the roadblock is complicating the life of the next officer who is going to be at the accident scene in terms of the stress you have to take them through, but also the fact that the people involved in the accident are probably your sisters, they're probably your brothers, or they are your relatives. Now, if we are firm, if we cut down and eradicate some of these inactions or actions on our part, as a police force, we would have played our part in the fight against corruption. Now, as I conclude, as a State Department in charge of internal security, we will endeavor to provide enhanced resources by engaging the various agencies in government so that we are able to further operationalize and facilitate security operations. Ultimately, what we will truly celebrate is a professional and responsive police service.
We want you, all public officers across the country, all police officers, from the top to the bottom, to be people of integrity and to be people that we can use to support the president in this war against corruption. We don't want anybody to be left out. We want all of us to be one team. We want all of us, from a police post to vigilance house. Unlike other institutions, and it has come out very clearly, you are unique. Because not only you are a disciplined force, you have powers to enforce. You can even go ahead and investigate things that are bordering on corruption. You do fraud, you investigate all that. You are a very critical anchor in this war. And we cannot leave you behind. That is why we are here. We are telling you we have to work together. Due to your functions under the National Police Service Act, in several Cap 84, Section 49 to 65, the Director of Public Prosecutions and the judiciary depend on the quality of your investigations. As you are aware, when there is compromise at the investigation stage, the entire system is compromised. Cases of the innocent in jail and criminals in the streets are not uncommon. Why? Why? Why do we have innocent people in jail and criminals are roaming freely in the streets with protection? A good percentage of the reason is because of a compromised investigation, compromised submission of those investigation reports, and there are a few elements for your information. If you go to a police station today, today. You will not be told, meet anybody to help you. You'll be told, utaona, hebu jaribu tafuta fulani, na usitafute mtu mwingine, tafuta fulani atakusaidia. Na ukiambiwa yuko, ungojee mpaka afike au uende ile siku atakuwa. Perhaps 1 or 2 people in a whole police station. Perhaps you have 50 policemen, perhaps you have 30, you have perhaps 15, but you get the names that comes out are very few. Perhaps 1 or 2 that people have to meet for their things to be sorted. So I call upon all of us, ladies and gentlemen, let us close ranks and fight this corruption. Let us fight bribery, and let us serve the people of this country in a very honored way.